didn't realize all this stuff happened on 9/11. You said Blueprint dropped on 9/11. Graduation.
Yeah.
The World Trade Centers dropped on 9/11.
Crazy. A lot of big drops.
RIP. A lot of big drops.
That's can we get a clues bomb in this?
Hey yo. That's wild. It's crazy. I guess I didn't see that much 9/11 stuff.
Yeah, no, I seen
everything's kind of more about the debate that happened. Yeah, which was I think last night, right?
Yeah. No, I seen a I don't know if you follow like Hidden New York or whatever, but it's like a good page to follow. But they posted, it was like moments of like 9/11 where like 9/11 was just in the background, but people were just like chilling, like didn't realize it was like happening. It was really fire. I'll show you, but it was sick, dude.
It was really fire?
I mean, not 9/11 happening, but like the people were like just living their lives. Like imagine we're talking and it's like a window right there and you could see like 9/11 in the background. Like people didn't realize it was like
the World Trade Center.
Yeah, it was like a lot of pictures like that.
It must have been kind of far then.
Yeah.
Because I think crazy. Even like people that were like that like the dust was like blocks.
Yeah.
Like it was like a lot like in the streets, like pretty close by.
Yeah, I seen a thing that was like, 9/11 is crazy because like y'all were sifting through dust to go get the blueprint. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. Like that's actually nuts.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Like people were still going to get the album the day I think it dropped like on 9/11.
Oh, on 2001?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, like that's actually crazy.
I wonder if bro was like, man, let's push the album.
Yeah, he was like,
let's wait a sec.
Made that call. He's like, drop it. Why not? Yeah, crazy.
Bro, yeah. But no, the debate was crazy. Trump was like, they eating dogs out here. Everybody on Twitter like, what is he talking about?
They had that live fact check thing, which was crazy. Like,
did it? I missed that.
Yeah, so they had like a thing, I guess, where they were like fact checking stuff. I try not to get like too into that shit, but
yeah, I try to get too political, like on the pod and stuff. I mean, everybody has their opinions and stuff. For sure. But I will say, Kamala won the debate.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of times I don't like a lot of stuff the Democrats do, but I gotta be honest about it. She definitely won the debate, man. I don't know. We'll go see. I have high hopes for the future of our country. I hope we're all still here.
Like we're thriving. Like, either way, like no.
You think so?
Yeah, it's just like I don't know, man. It's like such a different time we're in right now, where it's just kind of like, yeah, bro, just live. Like that's my advice to everybody. It's like, dude, just live. Like,
where are you from? Well, actually, you're Filipino, right?
Yeah, half Filipino, half Puerto Rican.
Okay, because I was actually just on the phone. I was on live too, but then I got on the phone with Zell.
I seen Zell, so I was.
Oh, were you in the live?
No, so like I'm driving and I was like, yo, I'm like trying to make it there on time, and I was like, probably not professional if I hop in the live while I'm like on the way. So I was like, yeah, let me just like hurry up and get there. And that's when I texted you. I was like, yo, I'm actually running.
Yeah. So I was on live, and then Zell called me after too. So apparently he's about to start DJing again.
Yeah,
he was like he got inspired by you to start back up.
Dog.
I was like, wait, is bro Filipino? And he was like,
yeah. So I watched the pod with him too. Like he shouted me. That's my dog, man. He was like, yo, you got me back into the shout out. He's gonna rip me. DJ Adobo, that was his name.
DJ Adobo? Isn't that like a seasoning or something?
That's also a Filipino dish. But.
I guess I asked him the same question. What's your favorite Filipino dish? His is like, I think he said balut.
He's literally joking, bro. He
was joking about that?
There's no way that's his favorite thing.
Really?
Yeah, he's literally trolling, bro.
What's your favorite dish?
Probably like bissteak. It's like beef steak, like with like rice and onions and stuff. Like it's not even like too crazy. Yeah, or like adobo is good.
What is adobo?
Yeah, I'm not like traditional Filipino. I don't know what's in it. I just know it's good. Like no bullshit. Like I really don't know. I know it's like it's like obviously there's pork or like chicken adobo. Maybe like potatoes maybe are in it. I don't know. They're gonna rip me for that.
So you're Puerto Rican and Filipino. I feel like both of those have crazy food.
Crazy.
So you're like
like I'm good on either side. Like I'm straight. Like I'm super straight on like either side. But like ingredients wise, I don't know. I just know what I like and what I don't like. Like I don't like super like traditional Filipino stuff. Like I said, like balut or any of that, bro. I'm not. I don't want no parts of that. That's crazy. And it's funny because that's like the one thing that like people that aren't Filipino will bring up. Like balut, y'all eat.
It sounds crazy.
It's crazy.
It's literally just a raw fucking
No, it's
duck.
Literally insane. Like it's actually insane. Like it is.
I'm not really big on like seafood or like I only
allergic,
like fish.
So like I can't even. Yeah.
All seafood?
Dude, I found that out like that. No, I'll eat like Captain D's.
How'd you find out you were allergic to seafood? Did you like almost die?
Yeah. So like me and my my girlfriend at the time, we had like so I've been DJing for a minute. I've been DJing since like 2015. So this is probably like 2016 or 2017. Maybe a little off on that.
Not happened at your set.
Yo, we were like at an event and like somebody had catered it, and they had like a lobster mac and cheese, and like I see like lobster rolls, like they look so good. You know what I mean? Like all this stuff looks really good. So I'm like, excuse me, I'm like lobster mac and cheese. I'm like, that sounds pretty good. And she's like, just try it. And I'm like, this is good. Like, I like it. And I'm like DJing and I'm taking like a bite here and there. And I'm like, this is cool. I didn't eat a full course of it. So I'm like, yo, this is cool. Like, I actually like this. So he ran it back. And it was like probably like 3 days later. And he's like, yo, I'm doing like the seafood mac again. And I'm like, cool. Put in like 2 separate orders. Like, got her 1 tin can, got me 1 tin can.
Like, now you had a lot.
I got a lot. So I'm like, we get to the car. We like smoked before. We get in there. And I'm like, bro, I'm taking like heapings full of this stuff, bro. I'm like really eating it. And I'm like, yo, this tastes like way more fishy than like the other joint. Like the lobster one was like smooth. I'm like, yo, this tastes like super fishy. Bro, I like get home and like fell asleep, smoked again, fell asleep, bro. I wake up in the middle of the night like in hives, can't breathe, bro. I'm like ripping my clothes off, bro. I was like profusely vomiting. I'm like, yo, went to the hospital. They're like, yeah, you're like severely allergic to shellfish and seafood. I'm like,
that's kind of weird. Is it weird that it took like so long to kick in? Don't people usually get allergic reactions like right away?
Yeah. So I don't know, like it could have just been the stuff but I've like never looked back. Like I've never like spun back on it. I was just like, yo, I'm good. Like,
so you don't even know if it's just lobster. It could just be like any seafood.
It's straight. Like I'll eat a shrimp tempura roll though. That's cool. You know what I mean? Like I'll eat sushi. Like I'll eat like tuna, stuff like that. Like, that's cool. But just like anything shellfish wise, I try to like stay away from. Bro,
I remember when I was a kid, I had a my like best friend at the time. That was when I was like middle school. His name was Sean. And this is like when I found out like what being allergic to something means. Like he stayed a night at my house and I was eating pistachios. And I was like, bro, you want some pistachios? He's like, nah, I'm allergic to nuts. I'm like, bro, this is no diddy. I'm like, bro, it's a pistachio. This is not a peanut.
Like, bro, you're good.
But it's like kind of find out, same thing. He ate one pistachio, bro.
Whole neck swole up.
Super couldn't breathe. My mom called the ambulance, literally almost died off one pistachio.
And you're sitting there like, what have I done?
I'm like, bro.
What have I done?
And then I also went to the doctor before. Like, I went to the allergy doctor. Did you end up doing that after that?
No, I didn't. I just, so like me, it's pretty bad, man. Like, I've like dislocated my arm. I'll pop it back into place. I don't try to like deal with none of that, man.
I forgot what had happened. I think I had like a rash in my arm before, but I went to the allergy doctor, and the way they test you for allergies is they like
put like a thing, right?
They like prick you with like all the different things, like little mini pricks, and they give you like 50 in each arm. So they test you for 100 things.
Wow.
And I did that, and then at the end, the lady was like, "You're allergic to all 100 things." I was like, "That can't be true." So I was like, I thought they're just trying to sell me medication. Like I would be dead if I'm allergic to every single thing.
What I'm
like,
saying when I don't like to like go there unless I feel like it's like dire need. You know what I mean? Because like you'll go there and they'll be like, "Yeah, you actually." It's like going to like a fucking mechanic, you know what I mean? They'll be like, you need this place, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, my car's driving fine. Like,
you need brakes. Like,
I'm moving good, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need to hear everything that's like wrong.
You go to the doctor for a stomach ache, walk out with a BBO.
Yeah,
like,
you know what I mean? Like, they literally...
Okay, so you said you started DJing in 2015. Maybe we kind of started. So also, I did see. So Gabe made a post. It was like the 10-year anniversary of the Cha Cha slide.
The Parlor
Cha Cha song, and I seen you in the comments like, "Yo, this reminds me of the Parlor, like the Parlor in Granby Street in 202015." Somebody else commented you was like, "Bro, you're like 17."
No, literally, I was like 17.
Yeah, what were those times like? Maybe just tell us a bit about just coming up, how you even got to DJing.
No, crazy, man. That was like. And anybody that's like watching this, like if you were there, then you know this like significance of that time period for like Norfolk in the area. Like Work Release was probably like the best venue that ever touched the city. Like,
so I've heard of Work Release. That's where like kind of Drum kind of blew up from. I've never heard of the Parlor though. Nobody ever told us about that.
So the Parlor was like 2 doors down. So I'm trying to think of what building that is right now. I want to say it's like the Comedy Club or something. Like it's one of those buildings that's right next to it. The Parlor actually opened up first. Super intimate, really cool club. Really like, I don't like to use this word to describe something, but that's the only way to describe it. Like sexy, kind of like, but it was cool. Like very like upper scale kind of like.
Would you say only you was sexy? Like something similar to that?
Yeah, but like I would say it was like darker in there. So it was like kind of like mysterious, cool. It was where the Gabe, don't kill me, correct me if I'm wrong. I want to say it's where the I Love It video was shot with
when Sonny had the blue dress on.
Yeah, I want to say that's where it was shot at. But yeah, I was like 17, dude, like getting in, and it's always about who you know. I always tell people that's like anything in life is always about who you know. So like my homies was like getting me in and stuff, but there was like early Traptastics there. I saw a lot of like my favorite DJs and close homies of mine, you know, do their sets there, like Azumi, Gabe, Froxy. Like I saw a lot of people there like really early on, so it was cool. Like it was just a different vibe, and like I said, just more intimate. It was an elongated club, so it wasn't like wide. It was very like long. So pause. Wow.
Yeah.
Take two. But
club was very long.
Yeah. No, it was definitely super cool. And like I said, it birthed a lot of relationships that would later turn into something else. So like I said, like that I Love It video was in there, bro. And I remember seeing so many, like if you go back and reference, like look at the video, you'll see so many people in the video like, yo, whoa. Like there was actually a lot of people.
Were you in that video?
Nah. Young boy. But I always try to like stay in the background. I'm like, I'm not supposed to be here right now, so I can't make it like too hot. But then work release got started. That was where I DJ'd my first gig, which was crazy.
At work release.
Yeah. That was my first time. Technically, my first gig was at Toast. Shout out E Got the Jazz, homie. That was like my first real gig was at work release because of Traptastic. So yeah, man, that whole time, just like the venue, it was really cool. Shout out to Charlie. They birthed like a whole scene, you know, like I'm not sure if you're familiar with Charlie, but yeah, super OG in the scene. He really birthed a venue that artists and DJs and any type of creatives, and I know that terminology is thrown around so much, but it really was like a very organic space. Like the art shows that were there were really cool and inclusive. It was just very welcoming, I would say, and then that's where when Slow Dive came about, you know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, we're so back. Like, we're back. You know what I mean? But that 2015, 2016 era, it can never be, like, replicated, bro. Like, it just can't.
It's crazy how your first gig was at a Traptastic event.
Yeah.
And they're still doing them, and you're still doing them 10 years later.
Nah, it's insane.
Bro, that's fucking wild, bro.
Yeah, it's insane. Those are my dogs. Like, I remember, I can still think back to immediately when Rod had texted me. It's my dog, my OG, my brother. He had texted me and was like, yo, I heard you're trying to start DJing. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, I'll give you a shot. Like, just let me know like when you want to. And I was like, yo, are you serious? And I was like on a flyer like the next week, just off of the strength. Like, and that's why I say, again, it's like always about like who you know, no matter what. So, you know, from that, I just ended up becoming a part of like the family. Like I've known Rod for years from going to like Soul Brother and stuff and like all that. So
Soul Brother is the skate shop he worked at, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he told us about
that.
That
is like a legendary like shop. That is legendary. But yeah, did a bunch of Traptastics. You know, we did work release. We went on to like 37th and Zen, and we did a bunch of stuff like that. Shaka's when it was open. It was just kind of like the run for like Traptastic. So that was kind of where that like went. It's crazy to think, like you said, it's been 10 years. I didn't even think about that, dude. That's crazy.
The cool thing to me, bro, is to see people surviving through the eras.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to quit, especially if you don't blow up. Like, you know, obviously Drum took it there. They took it there. They had their moments. But it's like a really cool skill to me to be able to stay relevant through the eras and like figure out like ways to keep creating. Yeah.
So I think a big part in that is finding like your niche. You know, it's like the most important thing. I heard it the other day. It was like the riches are in the niches. And I thought that was like
riches are in the niches.
And I thought that was like a cool like. I thought that was a really cool way to put it. And I was like, yeah, no, like Traptastic. You know, we've been around since 2015. There was like a brief period, you know, like pandemic wise, where like everybody wasn't really doing anything, and we kind of like circled back and like we have that momentum. You know what I mean? It's cool and it's organic and it's nice, and like the people that support us and surround our events. And, you know, you've been to some of them, you know, people know what to expect, which is nice. You know what I mean? Like, same way if you go to Only You, you're like, yeah, I'm not, you could go there to like tee up, you know what I mean? But it's like, you know what you're going there for, you know what I'm saying? Like cool, calm vibe, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's more chill.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you might hear a couple songs every now and then, you know what I'm saying? It's going to get you lit, but it's like for the most part, you're going to be pretty cool in there, you know what I mean?
You know, if you're going to a Traptastic event, you're getting drunk, it's going to be a lot of ass being thrown.
It's about to be a time. Like, it's going to be a time. And it's so funny. I'll have people be like, you know, I'll sometimes have like friends, you know, or people around me like, yo, I want to come see DJ. Like, what do you do? I'm like, I don't know if this one's the one for you. Like,
wait, what do you mean by that?
like you said,
they want to come see you DJ.
Yeah, and I'll be like,
this event might not be
it might be a
vibe.
little much. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, it could be kind of like intimidating. I'm like, yo, we're like really about to go crazy. Like, and it's nice because back then I was baby boy of like the group. So I'm like, still, you know, I'd go second to last. You know, sometimes I'll go first, like whatever. But it's like I go last every time now at Traptastic, which is an honor. I always take a lot of pride in that. But it's cool because like they know what time I'm coming on. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's about to take us there. You know what I mean? It's a nice energy to have following me. You know what I mean? So 10 years down the line, man, that is really nice to look back on and be like, damn, we're like still.
So you're like, it is kind of about who you know. Was DJing your first like creative venture? Like, or were you doing other stuff before that? Or you just like knew people on the scene? You were just kind of attending these events? Or?
Yeah, so I would say, so I had a brand with my brother Darius called All Might. It was a really pretty prominent like Virginia brand.
Like clothing brand?
Yeah. And he transitioned that into like Tonal now, so shout out to them. But that was kind of like our early thing. Music-wise, I've always been into it. Like I played drums in like middle school, high school. I was like first chair snare drum in the state. Like I love percussion and stuff. My Uncle Dave is a really prominent DJ in the area. Disco Dave. He's super, super known out here. So he was always my kind of like inspiration. And then around like 2015, you know, like going out and hearing people and like hearing sets and stuff, I was like, I'm tired of like being on the aux. You know, like people are always like, I'd be in the car with people and people would be like, yo, like give Sebastian the phone. You know what I mean? Like give him the phone. So then like, I was like, bro, I think I can do this. Like I can do this. And I just like, I remember I like went, it was crazy. Felt like a boss. I was like 17, 18, I like went to Guitar Center, like picked up a thing, went to the Apple store, bought a brand new MacBook. I remember I like sat in my car, I was like, tight, I guess we're doing this. This is sick. Like, all right. Like, I don't know, you know, I imagine that's like how a lot of people start, but it's like, wow, I actually, you know, like you might buy like one thing and then be like, okay, I got it. I was like, dude, I had both the things I needed. I'm like, all right, so cool. And then
I guess you don't need much to DJ.
You really
I probably most venues have their own speakers, their own system. You just bring in your
exactly. And then the other thing, like I said, is, and I hate to say that, and not anybody can DJ, but it's like the most important part of it that'll set you apart from everything is like your music selection. So that's always where like my bag is like, oh yeah, like that was always my passion. It's just like music and music knowledge and just that in general.
Yeah, I would say also, so yeah, like music selection, but I think for DJing too is like you're almost like a promoter. Yeah, like a marketer. Yeah. Like you're bringing the people there. Mm-hmm. So sometimes like I've heard people have critiques over certain DJs getting opportunities like over other ones, but it's like they're getting those opportunities for a reason. Like if somebody puts VEGA, somebody puts Gabe on a line on a flyer, people will come. So that's part of it. Like no matter how good of a DJ you are, if nobody knows you, like who's gonna come see you spin?
It's the same thing as, you know, when people do like artist showcases or anything like that, and they're like, yo, this isn't like doing anything. It's like, well, like who's up there? You know what I mean? Like you're all working together in a sense to pull the weight of the event. You know what I mean? So like you said, it's like we are a promoter in our own way because your name is everything out here. You know what I mean?
Your brand.
Like it's literally your brand. So it's like you said, it's like, and not even just me, you know, like my homies, like, you know, Baby Oil, you know, Azumi, Natural, Low, like any of these people, you know, like those are all great homies of mine. And like if I see their name up there, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going. Like that's cool. You know what I mean? Versus I see a name that's like not up there, I might still have the same thing. Like, who is this? I got to go see them to check them out, but it's not going to be the same thing as like, oh, I already know what to expect. Like, they're about to go crazy. You know what I mean? Like,
also for me, it's like I know what to. When I'm thinking of like I know what to expect, I'm not really thinking of like the music that will be played. Like if I see Gabe's name on the flyer, I'm expecting that it's just gonna be good vibes. I've been to enough of his events or other people's events that I know it won't be any drama. Most of the time, you're going to places where there's like really no security. Like that's the first. When I started going to like creative events out here, it's like the first clubs I went to. Like it was at Slow Dive, Thank You bar, where you're going to events and you're not getting pat down. So it's like, what does that tell you about the creative scene? It's a safe space. We're really here to have fun.
Yeah.
That's what really like brought me in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The inclusiveness of the space, you know, to make you feel like, yo, this is like I said, a safe, you know, place to be. You know what I mean? Even though you're having fun and people are going crazy in here, it's like, I don't feel threatened in any type of way. You're like, yo, I can like kind of be myself in here. You know, that can really deter people away from coming, you know, like, yo, I'm like outside getting patted down for like 30 minutes with 6 security. I was like, yo, what am I expecting in here? Like, this is crazy. You know what I mean? But
motherfuckers in here got switches on them.
Yeah.
Even on, like you're saying, like it's who you know.
Yeah.
I would say that is true to an extent, but it's also like you have to have the skill. Yeah. Like it doesn't matter who you know. Like you could, it's just like if I'm building a house and I want to hire a plumber, just because my boy's a plumber, if he just got started in plumbing, he might not be a good enough plumber to complete that job.
100%.
So your skill is still
100%.
A major
100%.
factor of that.
100%. Definitely. And it's going to set you apart down the line of what you're doing and how your craft is going to stand out from everybody else. Like right now, it's, and not to be like that, don't kill me, guys, but that is something that is becoming like the new fad. Is like there's a bunch of DJs, like every, you know, it's like even online, you know what I mean? Like I saw this guy and he was I don't even know his @name, but he was like, he made a reel and he was like, you might know me as the trade offer guy, or you might know me as this guy or this guy or this guy. And it was like all these different reels that you might know him from. And he was like, this was a social experiment. I did this for 5 years to build my brand so that I could just be a DJ. He has like 250,000 followers. And I was like, yo, that is crazy. Like you committed to the bit for like 5 years of doing all these different reels. And now he's just full on committed to like, yo, I've always been a DJ and like I wanted to have this platform and I just had to build myself up there. He's like, I'm not doing the reels no more. Like I'm just a DJ now. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. Like there's that dude, Nick Chow. He's like this Asian kid and he does like these like remixes in his bedroom and stuff. And he's like huge, dude. He has like 200,000 followers now. It's just like a different time right now, especially because the way social media is. It's a lot easier to be able to do that now. But like you said, the skill set is what's going to set you way, way farther apart than everybody else around you, I think, for sure. So I do agree with that.
Yeah, I think passions can lead to other passions. You can evolve into other things. Do you see DJing taking you to like other things? Like, do you want to do any other stuff?
Yeah, so one thing that I do, it's not random, but I'm always like, yeah, I kind of like want to A&R stuff. You know what I mean? Like, music-wise, you know, like with artists, there'll be so many times, and like, there's a good handful of like artists that like I found pretty early on, like actually really early on, and then I'm like, yo, they're gonna blow, and like every single time they blow, you know what I mean? Like every time, and I'm like, wow, that's actually like not a like, it's not like a slight thing, you know what I mean? It's like I have a good ear for that stuff, so you know, in that aspect, yeah, producing, you know, like definitely.
Oh, you want a producer? Yeah,
so like there's stuff and like I'll keep on like my back end that like I don't let anybody hear. But yeah, that's like another bag that like I want to get into. Super contrary to popular belief, you know, not even like trap stuff, like boom bap, like rap. Like that's like my uncle makes, you know, like cool like hip hop stuff like that. So I'm like, yeah, that's my bag. Like with an MPC, like I want to do all that, like Dilla and stuff like that. That's my bag that I want to get into. So yeah, definitely.
I know you. So you did a Social Supply set recently, the living room set, which is going crazy. I think when we talked like last week, it was at like, or like the other day, it was at like 55. Yeah. Can you pull it up actually right now, Kieran? So also we really just installed this TV today. So it's our first thing we're ever pulling up. Can we please pull up Vega's living room set? Let's see what it's at right now.
It's crazy.
Yeah, maybe tell us a bit about that. How was that experience? I know you said you got like a few gigs from it already.
Yeah.
Why do you think? Maybe I'm just getting hip to it now, but is 2024 the year where all these DJ sets really started picking up on YouTube? Because I know there's like a lot of people all over the world doing it.
No, definitely.
Okay, so this just kind of just became a big thing.
Yeah, I would say like 2023, 2024. Yeah, definitely.
What is it at right now? Scroll down a little bit. 78K. So another like 20K since we spoke the other day.
That is insane. That is insane.
Bro, shout out to Social Supply. They going crazy.
Shout out to Social Supply.
And I also see you use the same hard drives as me, the orange ones. We can talk about that too.
Shout out Lacey.
Yeah, how was your living room
Lacey,
set?
we all need the sponsorship, please. But yeah, Social Supply, again, Cam, J-Boy, Ivan, my guys. Super, super crazy, man. I want to say they started doing the living room sets. It's only been like 7 months, dude.
Yeah, I don't think it was this year.
Yeah, like they just started this year, and like it has picked up tremendously. Like they had hit me up. I think I was on the 3rd episode. I think it's like right there, like right.
Yeah, it was a different one than this one, right?
Yeah. So that was my first one that I did, and that one's at.
Was that one at, Karen?
153,000. Yeah, 153,000 in like 6 months versus like half of that in like 12 days. You know what I mean? Like it's insane. That was my first one that I did. That hit me up and was like, yo, we like want to have you on. And I primarily get booked, you know, for Traptastic. That's my residency. So like I DJ with them all the time. So I was really excited to be able to showcase the other side of like what I do, which is that like I love house, I love like dance stuff, I love playing stuff like that. Like that's the stuff I really love to like play. And my homies that like know me, they know like that's my bag. Like I love like the trap stuff is cool. Like I love that stuff, man. Like I grew up on it as like something I genuinely do love. But that other side of stuff that I don't get to play, that's when I really get to have a lot of like fun and stuff. So that first set I did was super cool. I had a lot of fun. It was super organic. That one was actually closed off to like just our close homies. So like that's literally just our like homies in there, which was super cool and organic versus like you were at the High Street one. You know, it's more open to the public, which is cool.
Where Durag Daft took his shirt off.
Yeah.
He broke a million views on that one.
Yeah, no, it was insane. It was insane. I remember he took his shirt. I was watching and I was like, oh, yep, this one's going viral. I was like, tight.
Wait, were you there?
Yeah. And I was like right on side. I remember you had your coffee with you.
I think I was the only one that bought a coffee. It was at a coffee shop.
No, I was weak. I remember you.
I'm like, I think I'm the only one that got a coffee here. Everybody else had alcohol.
But yeah, no. Just the entire movement that they're doing, man. It's created a platform for everybody, you know, in the area to feel inclusive into something that is pivoting us in a different direction. Like you said, DJ wise, like it's a whole new light being shed on us. Like this second set that I did, like the first set was awesome. I had a lot of people hit me up from it. It was cool. A great experience. Like there's nothing I would change about it. But like this second one, I was like, yeah, no, like I mentally just prepared for it like a lot different. Like I really prayed on that set. I meditated like 3 times that day. Like I was like, yeah, no, this is about to change everything. Like I felt it. I was like, this is like changing everything. Like I felt it. I was like, this is gonna change everything.
Even the lead up to it felt different than that first one.
Everything felt different. Like I was telling them, I was like, yeah, like this is it. Like this is gonna do it. And like your words are so important, you know, like they always say that, you know, like the way you speak, you know, words or spells, like but I just kept saying, I was like, this is gonna change everything. Like it's not me being cocky. I just really feel very confident. I was like, this is gonna change everything. And that day, it was funny. There's always gonna be a comment or two on the YouTube, you know, where they're like, oh, blah, 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 like saying something. And somebody was like, I heard this set before, and I was like, yo, like you can see me like scrolling on my thing, like trying to find what song I was gonna play. And that is the craziest thing that I will say is that any of my sets that I do, it's pretty bad. But I will get a crate together of some songs, but like every set that I do, dude, I'm like doing that like on the fly. Like I'm literally like just figuring out what I'm gonna play because you can't base it off. I go off of like feeling and like who's in front of me and how the people, are reacting and what they're feeling and how they're moving, you know, and who I see in front of me. So it's like, I didn't know who was going to be there, you know what I mean? So it's like the only thing that I make sure that I do is I always choose my first song. That is the most important thing to me in any set.
Before you even get to the venue, your first song.
My first song is the one thing that I always will have. Always, I will always have the first song. So the way I started off that set was like that Flashing Lights remix. Like I had that song picked out like 2 months in advance. Like I was like, when I heard it and found it, I was like, yeah, this is definitely how I'm opening it. Like for sure. I was like, I can.
So that person was hating because they were saying like you had a predetermined set list.
Yeah, they were.
Music.
Yeah, and I was like, no, that's not.
I mean, even
still, like
even
preparation.
What's bad about that? I guess
nothing. It's just like people will find a way to say something. There was another comment of somebody was like, I really liked this set until I realized 90% of it was from here. And it was like a YouTube link, and I clicked on it, and I was like, dude, this doesn't even sound like mine. I clicked on it and was like, hey, I've never heard of this YouTube video, but thanks for watching, with like a smiley face. And he said, oh, wow, I believe you. I don't even know how to DJ. Thanks for commenting back. And I was like, dude, what?
People just be wanting
you know what I mean?
Man.
Like they just want some engagement. So
shit.
it's cool, but just everything about, you know, Social Supply and what's going on with them, you know, it's pivoted. That set has like pivoted me in such a different direction. Like I said, I've got hit up. Can't speak on all of them, but like a lot of cool out of town gigs are coming up. There's been really cool prominent DJs that have like hit me up that I'm like, wow, like I was not expecting that. You know what I mean? Like people from Selection, you know, like cool DJs from out of state, you know, people that have been on Boiler Room. Like there's been really cool stuff that I've just been like, man, this has been up for 12 days. Like what about in 30 days? You know, what about in like 2 months when it's still like going? Daft and his set like really changed everything. Daft was the first one to hit 1 million up there. Like that first video that he posted, like that hit 1 million. Like Tidra Moses posted it. Like so many big names. So it like transitioned and pivoted everything for the channel. You know what I mean? So I just think everything they're doing right now is nothing but helpful to like all of us as DJs. You know what I mean? Like it's insane.
What do you think it is about just this format of video, like these DJ sets. 'Cause like there's a bunch of channels like all over the world kind of doing this right now. Why do you think like people are loving it right now? Why is it getting so big this year?
So I think that people are. It can give you a way to feel included on something that you don't necessarily have to like be there for. So I think that's what it is.
It's like you're at the party, but
you're like there, but you're like not really there. Yeah. So it's like, it's cool. Like I'll have, people posting me and stuff, and I'll like, I'll see a drink like in the background or whatever. I'm like, oh yeah, y'all are like teed up while you're like watching me. That's cool. Like you can see people in the videos like having fun, like doing their thing. So it's like, there's a lot of introverts, people that don't want to go outside. So like this gives them a viewpoint of like something that's out there that they don't necessarily have to like be at, which is cool. So I think that's what's like kind of changing.
That's a great point. That's kind of like, I feel like that's part of the reason like podcasts became big. It's like you're just kind of sitting in on this conversation. Like
you're like,
with
I'm like,
people.
it's like if somebody's right over there, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm there, but like, I'm not there. It's not VR, but it's like literally like that. You know what I mean? I feel like I never thought about that. Wow, it's actually crazy. VRing like one of these sets, it probably looks crazy. You know what I mean?
That'll probably be in the future.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that's insane. Like
the future is really like personalized content, bro.
Yeah.
When they really get AI like up and running all the way, this kind of, I actually haven't heard anybody say this, but this is like my thought. What will happen? Well, one thing that will happen with AI. Like, just imagine if you're on Netflix, right? And you're watching a movie. With AI making all content personalized, you'll upload a picture of yourself to Netflix, and now they put you as the main character in anything you watch.
Wow.
And it'll look great. It just whatever movie it is, they just make it look like you're the main character. And everybody that's watching it, they're the main character. Everybody has their own thing.
First one I'm opting in for is Tron. That's crazy.
Tron?
Yeah. 100%. It's like one of my favorite movies.
But yeah, we're going kind of into the age of, like everything is personalized. Even like our algorithms. Your algorithm is personalized to what you want to see.
It gets kind of scary in a sense. Like it gets kind of crazy. Like the whole like, I'll be talking about like Chick-fil-A and then, like an ad pops up. I'm like, all right, this is getting kind of freaky. I'm not going to lie. You know what I mean? But like I said, like your For You page and stuff, like I didn't even understand why that. People were like, FYP. And I'm like, what is that? They're like, For You. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, tight. And it's like.
It's tight.
Tight. Cool. Like, that's sick. And then you like realize like, oh yeah, this is like really all stuff that I like. You know what I mean? Like it definitely is a more personalized experience. So it's just weird in a sense. Like I just seen a video of Timbaland and like people were pissed. Like they were so mad, but he was using AI to like finish a song.
I saw that.
Yeah, they were pissed. They were like going, no, death to music, don't blah, blah. And he was like, it's progression. Like
I think it's a tool.
It is a tool, and it depends on how you use it. It could be the demise of things, or it could be something to greatly help, in an aspect of, like Timbaland, like my baby girl, Aaliyah, when she passed away, like imagine how many demos he has, you know what I'm saying? Like with her that are like unfinished in a way, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, I could like technically finish off like this like song, you know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy, and just depends on how you look at it for sure. Yeah,
I like the idea of artists using it as a tool, right, to create more stuff. But now where it gets weird to me is if like business people or labels or like executives use it as a way to cut the artist out. So like, for example, there was a big thing in Hollywood. I actually don't know where it's at right now with it, but they were pretty much trying to use AI to like not have to use actors anymore. Like they get this image of you and now they can just put you in anything. They don't need to pay you anymore. I think it started out as with background actors. So instead of having to pay a background actor every time to just walk by somewhere, you just go there, you sign up for it, they get an image of you, and now they can just put you as a background actor or anything. And the background actors were like, we're not with that for real.
Yeah, like dude, you're taking away my job. Like that's I think early on, I wouldn't even say that was like AI, but like CGI, like Paul Walker, they like finished off the movie.
The Fast and Furious. I think they had him pull off in the joint. Yeah. That was a cool moment, I guess.
Yeah. It was
like for stuff like that.
It was his brother that was like in it, and then he just like CGI'd his face.
Oh, see, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so that's what it was. Big Fast and Furious fan. So
we're touching on Traptastic a little bit. Yeah. I feel like y'all been fucking up the summer, right? Like this whole summer, Crocs been going up. It's funny also on Crocs too. Like I'll go to the Where the Heart Is festival. So it's like right across the street over there. So it's like I just walk by Crocs and I see the vibe of it when it's not Traptastic, and it's funny because all like old white people in there, and then like on Traptastic nights it just turned the fuck flooded.
Up. Like it's crazy because like John and Joey, those are my guys. So like, you've been there. Oh good. You've been there, so like they those the people that are behind the bar, like they're the owners of. Like if you didn't know that, it's crazy. I didn't even know that.
The bartenders are the owners.
They're the ones that like them. So super cool guys. like hit me up, they're like, yo, I'm trying to get you in here like on a Thursday, man. And I'm like, yo, it's not gonna be like,
it's not gonna be the same.
Might not
you might be able to play your house music on that.
And that's, you know, like that's what they were trying to tell me, is like, yo, just like come here and like shout out Gabe, you know, Maddie, Daff, like all the homies, like we'll go in there like Thursdays and still like teed up, and it's cool. Like we still do our thing and like get a cool crowd in there. Like it's nice, but like I heard that like Crocs on Thursdays before there was like an incident there. There was like a shootout or something that happened there.
I heard that. That was like a few months ago.
Yeah.
I think it was in like the parking lot.
But I heard that like changed everything. They said Crocs Thursdays was like the most insane time down at the beach like ever. They said it was like insane. Like he was like,
so this wasn't even at a Traptastic event when that happened.
Yeah, they said when that happened, it was literally like just on a Crocs Thursday, and so like it did have its own separate thing, you know what I mean? But Traptastic has definitely been helping keep that like afloat now for sure.
Yeah, bro. What I've been kind of saying about DJs, bro, is they just been holding the scene together for real. Like this. So I've been creating out here since like 2017 for real.
I listened to one of your songs. It's weird enough. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I listened to one of your. Yeah, I saw you post something about it, and I was like, "You made music?" I was like, "Yo, that's actually sick."
I made music, bro, for a long time.
Yeah.
I kind of still dabbled in it when I first started the pod. I was kind of doing both.
Yeah.
But now I'm kind of just on hiatus. I'm still like really proud of the music I put out, and I still love it. But I just don't feel like I have anything else to say right now in music format. So who knows? I may make another album one day.
Your thing back into it, you know what I mean? Like I felt like about DJing. So.
Yeah, but I was just saying, like, so even since I started the pod, so 2020 we started the pod, and since then you see a lot of shows with artists performing, even up until last year. But this year, I feel like we haven't seen many of them. It's been some shows, but it kind of slowed down a lot. What's really been like the events that have been happening is the DJ events. You're just going somewhere to see somebody spin, have a drink, have a good time, dance. So it's like the DJs are really giving us like shit to do, and to go outside and do something.
And it's crazy, and I don't think it's anything necessarily having to do solely with, it's not like really the artist's fault. It's just, you know, think about like short-term content in a sense, you know what I mean? Like reels and stuff like that, you know, like anything like that. It's just like DJs can switch something really quick and keep people involved. Whereas like a song, you know what I mean, is going to be a little bit more strung out. It's more that you have to submit yourself to somebody to like really be watching and be included in, you know, like I used to DJ like showcases and stuff. And like one thing I would always be like, oh man, I feel bad about that. You know, like you have rapper A that comes out and he brought out, you know, like 3 or 4 people. You have like rapper B that came out, brought like 7 people. And then like rapper C brought out 50 people and everybody's up there. And as soon as rapper C is done, everybody leaves. So now rapper D, E, and F, there's like nobody
They don't
there.
have a crowd.
And it's like, you know, whereas like a DJ now, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it has more of a structure to be like, yo, like we're holding hands in a way to like make sure we all know what we're doing. I seen, I want to say it was like Joe Froxy had posted about knowing your placement in like a lineup. So like opener is super important. Like people take that as like, and sometimes I'm like, man, I wish I could like open up. Like that's such a strong role. Think about like a baton race, you know, like anything. It's so important to set the dance floor up.
You're getting it started.
You're getting it started, and like not everybody can do that. And I hate that like sometimes, you know, now it's like
nobody wants to open.
Oh, I'm opening, man. Like, oh, I don't, and it's like I'll open then. You know what I mean? And like it sucks. Like they won't let me. They're like, no, bro, I need you to like close it out. I'm like, but like opening is something that you should, in a sense, take pride in. You know what I mean? Like, yo, if you can do that the right way, you're setting it up for the next person and the next person to have a good night. We're all working together. So like I said, I think that's where the structure of why these events are doing better now is where it's at, because people are, you know, and people do know like, yo, this is all of us. It's not just one person's show. It's like, I'm setting this up and now I can enjoy the next person and that person can chill and the next person can chill. Now we're going to watch this third person go crazy and we're all going to have a good time. You know what I mean? Versus, like I said, an artist showcase where it's like, yo, I'm just coming here to do my 3 songs, bro, and I'm out. Like, I'm taking all my people with me, too. It's like, it's not really the same vibe. So, I think
we spoke about it, like, that night at, what was that spot called, actually?
Yorkies.
We spoke a bit about it there. It's just like people get fatigued, right? So, it's like you're up there, you're watching this person perform. You're watching people perform for 3-4 hours, like you literally get fatigued. It's like, but like we said, like DJs, you can kind of just chill. It's more chill vibe. You can step away.
You could step outside.
You don't have to hyper focus on this person for hours, right?
I think that's where Only You strives at. You know what I mean? It's like you can get a drink, like you can go downstairs to the second floor. You can like go outside and have a smoke break. Like you can eat some food. Like Yeah, music's still going on the whole time.
When you guys have these sets with like multiple DJs, is there like a structured or like a formula to where like you're playing this type of music or like this BPM or these songs like throughout the night, or like an opener like don't play this type of music, or like also are DJs like paying attention to the each other's set so they don't play the same music?
Definitely. So I would say shout out to all of my friends. Like everybody is so cautious of each other and very respectful of each other. You know, there was a time before where, and there's been times where like I've DJ'd, you know, and DJing with someone that I don't know, and I'm supposed to be closing out, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna just play all the like slappers like before, and I'm like, yo, it's like 10 o'clock, you know what I mean? Like, oh, excuse me. Like, I'm gonna play all this stuff super early on in the set, you know, and like, I'm like, okay, cool. Now I got to have like a different way of going about my set now versus working with people. I'll work with some of my homies, you know, and they'll like come up to me and they're like, yo, like, bro, I didn't really play none of the stuff. Like, go crazy later. They're like, yeah, like you're closing out, bro. Like, go crazy. And that's like a huge respect that I take on. Like, yo, thank you, bro. Like, you don't have to do that. Like, no, go crazy. Like, bro, play some of this stuff, you know, like tell them. So it's like, it definitely is something where it depends on who you're working with. But I feel like our area is so blessed and fortunate. You know, I was talking about it like, we are extremely like spoiled in a good way with like so much talent of like DJs. Like I stand by any of my homies that spin, like any of them, like they are all nice. And like, I can use any of them for any event that like I want to. And that's why I'm like, yo, that is like not something every area has. You know, I talked to the homie Tashawn. He was the one that did the cover for One Epic Summer. I tagged him like in the comments, but one of my like OGs too, he was like saying he's in Carolina right now. And he was like, there's not too many like DJs out there. He's like, that are good at least. He was like, yeah, there's like a handful of them. So he was like,
in North Carolina?
Yeah. So he was like, it's just different. So like now where we're here, and there's so many people out here that are good at what they do and have talent in their own retrospects. Like that day when we did that social spot thing, there was 4 DJs. It was Tommy, Joe Froxy, Natural, and then me. We all had completely different sets. Opening set was like cool, chill vibes. Froxy did a like reggae, you know, soca set like that. Natural did like juke, you know, Jersey club, Baltimore club, like stuff like that. And then I did my set. So it was like, it's just a blessing, you know, to be able to like have that and work with people in a sense towards an event that you don't have to be like, yo, like, are they about to play like all these slappers? You know, like right now, okay, so like Boss Man D-Lo, you know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that. It's like, that stuff is going to go crazy in the club, you know what I mean? So imagine like the 10 o'clock DJ.
I've been trying to learn that dance too. I was trying for like 5 minutes to learn it on TikTok. That shit when he was like, boss up. I forgot what he said. Shit hard though.
No, for sure. Like, you think like, yo, I went in at 10, you know what I'm saying? You're like, yo, there's like nobody in here right now. Why are you playing like all the slappers like right now? You know what I mean? It's like everybody, dude, has a great respect for each other. And like, yo, we're all here to make sure this event goes well. That's it. That's the bottom line. So I think that's why it works.
DJs that, let's say like DJs that are like more successful or that are doing bigger things, like, do you study them? Like, what is, I think I asked Natural something similar too, but like, what is usually like the trajectory of a successful DJ? Like you start playing locally, you start getting booked out of town gigs, and is it just like you start getting bigger and bigger gigs? You're like, your price goes up?
Yeah,
like,
definitely. So I would say like, and this is like to anybody, like a DJ success could just be determined on like, yo, I just wanted to be able to like get out of my bedroom, bro. Like somebody be like, yo, I made it. Like I DJ'd for this and I DJ'd for this. Like I made it. Like it's cool. You know what I mean? Like like my uncle, I remember like he had told me, rest in peace DMX, but he got asked to be like DMX's DJ. When like back in the day when he was
You said Disco Dave?
Yeah. He got asked to be like DMX's DJ like back in the day. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like,
did he do it?
Wife and kids. So he had to turn it down. He was like just about to have a kid. So it was like.
You want him to like go on tour with him and shit?
Yeah. And I was like, yo, that is crazy. I'm like, yo,
that's wild.
Fun fact, that's crazy. Not too many people know that either. But, you know, your level of success, like I said, I guess it would depend on, like, for me, like, there's certain, you know, gigs that I'm like, okay, yeah, like, that's when I'll be like, and I still, like, I've been able to carve a lane for myself that I feel like, yo, I'm at a great trajectory right now, and the things that I've been able to accomplish or do or spin for. It's really sad. Rest in peace, Rich Homie Quan. That I meant to post it the other day. That was the first artist I ever DJ'd a concert for.
You did a concert for Rich?
Yeah, for Rich Homie Quan.
His concert?
Yeah, it was at
how'd that happen?
Grammy Theater. I want to say it was for Traptastic, through Traptastic. Like, yeah, it was crazy.
I didn't even know that. So Traptastic booked Rich Homie Quan.
It was like something like that. We had like partnered with them as like Granby Theater. But yeah, I DJ like did the opening set for him. It was crazy. I'm like, yo, I thought about the other day. I was like, man, that's nuts, man. Like that is crazy. But it's like success, like for me, you know what I mean? Like getting on like a festival, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, all right, yeah, like that's big time festival, you know, like doing a like crazy setup there, you know, like I really like Fred Again, and big DJs like that I think are cool. And I'm like, yeah, that's where I want to go, you know. I want to do like a crazy set like that. Like Trelectro used to be like a crazy thing in like DC and stuff, but like stuff like that, then I'll be like, okay, yeah, I'm at like a level now, you know. That's where I feel like.
Is there any DJs that like go into other industries, like, or that have like maybe sponsors or their own products? Are they doing that?
Yeah, so I'd say like Steve Aoki. You know, like his sub,
that's the Asian dude, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He like cakes people and stuff. Like his subdivision, he does a lot of like EDM and stuff like that. Like his subdivision now he does, like he's super into like cards.
Cards?
Yeah.
Or like, cars? Like playing cards?
Yeah, like cards. So not like playing cards, but like Star Wars cards and like baseball cards, stuff like that. But his stuff is like, you know, he really collects all these cards. It's cool. Like I saw another thing. It's like his own subdivision now that he's like into. He can like.
What do you mean subdivision?
So like he DJs and stuff, but like that's a whole separate avenue of like Steve Aoki. Like some people like now like new kids could be like, oh yeah, I didn't know he DJs. Like I just thought he's like into cards. Like I didn't know he does that. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like a subdivision of like what he does. Trying to think of somebody else. Like Skrillex, you know, produces and does other stuff. You know, I'm sure he has like a bunch of sponsors. Fred Again does a lot of really cool stuff. Produces. He's on like Beats One Radio. He does a lot of like DJ shows. Trying to think of like another DJ. I don't know. There's so many people out there, man. Like I just met Chris Brown's DJ, like Jay Murphy. He's from Virginia. Super cool dude, man. Like super, super nice guy. He has a Social Supply episode coming out after mine.
Jay Murphy.
Yeah.
I think we also have another big DJ from here. What's his name? Andrew Hypes. Yeah. I think he's Justin Timberlake's DJ. Yeah. He's on tour with him right now.
It was crazy. Yeah. I had seen that, and I'm always happy to see somebody from here doing it big and like getting out there. I remember seeing that. Like I was like, yo, that is crazy. His first video that went viral was that it's like a swag surf video. He's like on campus and he plays like the Beach Boys and it like transitions into like swag surf, and it was crazy. It was like surfing USA, and then it like transitions into swag surf, and it was crazy, and it went viral, and like that was what really got him like a lot of motion. He did a lot of like events. I know a lot of the homies like are really.
So you saw him on the scene like before he kind of took off.
Yeah. And he's like
I wasn't even really hip to him.
Yeah, he's like from the area. Like he's done events around here. Like I've been on like a bill with him before. You know, maybe like I was opening up or like something, but like I've definitely seen him in the area for sure. And then I had seen the video basically that transitioned him into being it. It was I want to say he was just doing a concert. Like he was just opening the set for him, and like JT ended up, you know, it's so funny whenever people say they say like an artist name, like they know them, like JT, you know what I mean? Justin Timberlake, he comes over to him and he's killing the set. Like he's, you know, really snapping, and you could see their chemistry kind of build right there. And I think from there is what transitioned Justin to be like, yo, like we meshed well. Like, would you like to come on tour with me? And I thought that was the craziest thing, dude. Like, he's in, like, arenas now, dude. Like, yeah. Arenas.
It's like 30, 50,000
yeah, no,
people
it's
in that shit.
Crazy. And that's one thing that, like, me personally, you know, like, everybody has something they want to work on as, like, an artist. Like, you will never hear me talk on a mic. Really? Contrary to this, but like,
oh, while you're DJing,
I hate it.
I asked Natural. Did you see when the clip I put on Natural? I use the Kodak shit. Get him, Black. Fuck him up. Fuck him up.
Like
So you don't talk on the mic.
I hate it, dude.
Well, I guess also different. Like if you're DJing for like an artist performing, than if you're just like DJing. The Rich Homie Quan
video. Yeah. My life.
Nah, bro. My favorite shit is the get the fuck out of my face, bitch. Get the fuck out of my face. Yo, someone please get him out of my face. Bro, I just
Rich Homie Quan's DJ actually like replicated that video. Like he did it. It was
the Kodak
crazy.
Shit.
No. So you know what I'm talking about, that original video of him.
Oh, like, the lifestyle shit. Yeah.
So there was that original video, and then like as like when he passed, like he did it again in front of like thousands of people, and he like was singing. I was like, wow, this is beautiful, bro. This is. Like,
he was actually killing it though. I think on the original. You know what's actually crazy? I think somebody retweeted Rich Homie Quan's original like post from that. It was on Twitter from like years ago. Yeah. And it was like not that viral. Like, it didn't have that many likes or retweets, but like that video just ended up everywhere else. But like his actual tweet didn't really go up like that.
But that video is iconic, man. Like I wish, and that's what I want to get to. You know, that's my next level is like that
To have an artist that you're a DJ for?
No, not even that. I've been asked by people to like, be the artist of, but it's because like same thing with if people ask me to like do a wedding. They're like, yo, do you do weddings? I'm like, I always say no, but I'm like, I do, and it's only for friends. That's the only way I'll do like a wedding is if you're like my friend, because it's an intimate experience that I feel like I don't want to just take somebody's money just because like weddings are great money. But
I guess there is a lot of people that have weddings that don't have a friend that's a DJ.
Exactly. And I'm like,
so what are they supposed to do?
But I feel like and that's them on their own. But for me personally, I'm like, I want to give you an experience that is very personable to you. And like, yo, I know you, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to talk on the mic, like, but for my friend, I will do that. You know what I mean? Like, I will be that DJ for you for that time because you're my friend. Now, it's more comfortable, you know what I mean? That's just where my aspect of that is. But like talking on the mic, like, it's crazy. I DJ and I be in front of so many people, but like I have such bad anxiety, dude. That's why it's horrible anxiety.
While you're DJing, you're just feeling anxiety.
Like, so that's why like I will be late to a gig just so I can like meditate. I have to like meditate before my gig. Like I have to. I do this guided meditation every single gig. It's like the same when I do it every
Is it
time.
like a YouTube video that's guiding you through it? What is it? What is it guiding you? You will be a great DJ.
No.
Crazy
so it's
tonight.
like
your transitions will be flawless.
No, so it's like it's a guided meditation for performance. So it's just like oh my bad. So it's like it says like envision, the event, like
is it actually words in it or is it just music?
It's like a girl, and it's just like, I'm like in the fucking dark, you know what I mean? It's like
is it where you're at in the car or you're in the room?
No, I'm in my room, dude. I'm like in my fucking boxers, like in the bed, like, just chilling, like it's just like meditating, bro. AirPod Max is in, like submerged, like, and it's cool, man. It's like it's basically just like, envision the event, imagine it going like exactly the way you want it to, and then it was like imagine it going the exact opposite. And it was like neither one of those matters. It was like your sole purpose of this relies on like you just being happy and living in like the moment and like
having no expectations.
No expectations, like just have fun. It's like that's when you're gonna perform your best. It's like just have fun. So I always like if you catch me and the next time you see me DJ, you'll see me like take a breath like before my thing. I always turn around, I'll take like a deep breath. I'll do like another one. I'm like, bro, just have fun. Like literally just have fun, bro. That is like the most everybody else is gonna have fun if you just have fun. You take this shit way too serious. I used to think about my gigs before I started meditating. Like, dude, you were taking that shit too serious, bro. Like, just have fun, man. Like,
yeah, I think that's a great that's great advice just for life, period.
Yeah.
Don't take yourself too serious. Just have fun. Like, sometimes it can be hard to not have expectations, but like that's when if you have expectations, usually you'll let yourself down because something's gonna go wrong. Something's gonna happen.
And that's what the guided meditation said. Yeah. It's like something's always gonna go wrong. It was like you can never prepare for it. So it's like just have fun. And like at the end of the guided meditation, it's like congratulate yourself on like taking some time to like take your brain to the gym. You know what I mean? Like giving yourself grace to like feel human. This is like a human experience. So like everything that you do is just supposed to be fun. As serious as this stuff may be, like I've done some crazy gigs, but like that social supply one, man, I like meditated twice that day and I was like, dude, you're okay. Like,
yo, that's so funny. I don't know why. Bro, meditating before the DJ.
Dude, I got to, man. It's crazy. And it like I said, my anxiety be so bad, dude. Like I just like.
But when you get up there and start, it goes away.
It's gone. Like it feels completely different, dude. Like when I'm doing it, like if you look at me in like the video, you're like, dude, you're having the time of your life, dude. You don't look anxious to me, but I'm like, yo, it's because like that's where I feel like I'm my most happy, but I feel like myself, you know what I mean? Like I'm just like doing it. Like when I feel like that music and stuff, dude, it just, I don't know, it just feels different.
Yeah, I went through a few years where I was like meditating. I went through actually like for a year straight, every night I went to sleep listening to binaural beats. You ever heard those? Yeah. So I would actually listen to it with headphones, like with the wired Apple headphones. This was like in high school. Yeah, just literally sleeping with them for a year. And I feel like, okay, because meditating is all about learning how to, from my perspective, is all about learning how to let go of everything, all thoughts, and just be in the moment and be present, right? Yep. So I feel like I've kind of gotten to a point where I'm just doing that in everyday life.
That's good.
So now I don't really just like I haven't really meditated in a while, but I feel like I'm always kind of present. Yeah. Especially when I'm creating, when I'm doing stuff, even like doing a pod or editing a video. Yeah. I kind of just feel like, I always say it, but it sounds kind of crazy, but I feel like my life doesn't exist. Like this moment only exists. Like like my life didn't exist before this. Yeah. Nothing will happen after this. Like this is the only moment there is. Yep. And that's how I feel when I'm like fully in my zone. Yeah.
And that's like the way it should be. And that's, like I said, that's why, you know, as funny as it is, because like I'll tell my homies, I'm like, what do you mean you meditated? They're like, yo, what? And I'm like, dude, no, like it has transitioned my thought process like so much. Even just like hearing those like words, like you said, you're like, yeah, just like be in the moment, like be present.
And like, it's hard to do it. It's a hard skill to get to.
Yeah. It's really hard to, because there's so much, like I'm such like an overthinker. So I'll be like, yo, what song are you gonna play? Yo, like this one person over there. I'll have 1,000 people in the room dancing, and I'm only focused on the one person that's not dancing.
Somebody's in the back like,
well, yeah, it was all right, man. Like I'm like, damn, dude.
Play
like,
that six.
I'm like, yo, I failed, bro. You know what I mean? It's like that's not the case. So like that meditation really gets me in that mindset of like, yo, it doesn't matter. Like you have fun, everything else is gonna be cool.
That's fire though. So okay. So you're a heavy meditator. Yeah. What is, I guess, what's something else maybe that like about you that most people don't know?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Meditating is definitely, I would say, like my number one, and people would be like, yo, what? Like,
he'd be in the club just like talking to people. They're like trying to just get turned up. He's like, yo, but we need to go meditate. Let's go.
Yo, guys,
let's go to the car real quick.
Can we just get like a guided meditation in? Like it's definitely something, like I said, that helps.
Any other thing you do to prepare for a set? Like something that is there like a certain food you like to eat that day? Do you eat before your set? Because I know like when I do a pod, I don't really like to eat till after.
It depends. Yeah. It depends. Like sometimes I will, sometimes like I won't, which is bad. Going to the club, it's either I'm like listening to something like crazy turn, or I'm like riding there in silence. Like it's one or the other. It's like I'm either listening to something super crazy, or like I'm just like riding there in silence, just like, all right, let me just like clear my head, depending on like the gig and stuff. But my process for like the day, I don't like to do, you will never see me like out before my gig, no matter what.
Same.
You won't see me. Like I will like be just locked into like myself, just like mentally preparing, like listening to stuff earlier on in the day, just like my own process, random, like I play like Fortnite and stuff like in the morning, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of like clear my mind, you know what I'm saying? Just like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna just like do this. And then like,
I'm the same too. I think it's kind of more of like your social battery, right? Because I would say I am an introvert, but I'm also an extrovert at times. So I think I've done enough things to where I'm like aware of my social battery and how much energy I have each day. So like if I'm out talking to people all day it kind of drains me in a way to where like I won't be able to focus as much on the pod.
Definitely.
So I get that. Really last question I had is, I seen on your Instagram you did something, I think it was end of last year, December 23, alternate audio volume 1. Yeah. Is that a mix that you did? Like, what is that? I don't know if you've done one since then.
Yeah, so it was just it was a bunch of like flips I did. So it was just like I liked putting and laying like different stuff over something else. So that's why I called it like alternate audio. So it was like basically I did like Usher's like instrumental with like Ice Spice's like vocals over it, like stuff like that. So just a bunch of like mashups and flips and stuff. And that was something that like I did. And I thought it was just wanted to like put something out different than what I normally did. I removed all of my mixes off SoundCloud. Like I took everything off. I had like a bunch of mixes up that I actually did like really well that people liked, but like
Why'd you take them down?
Just like artistic growth, you know what I mean? Like, you're just kind of like, this is like old stuff. Like I just don't. Same thing with like why people like wipe their feed, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever. I was just like, I just don't. And I've been getting ragged on by people like, yo, please put this up. So I will like probably for around my birthday. My birthday's October 4th. So like probably around there, I'm gonna release a mix, and then I haven't even said that to anybody, but yeah, I'm gonna release a mix on like my birthday, and I'll probably like unarchive like all those and just have them up there for people.
So the alternate audio is not out right now?
No, it is. It should still be on like my SoundCloud.
So that's on SoundCloud. Okay.
Yeah. And it's just like I said, it's just a bunch of flips that like I did, just cool stuff that like I wanted to put out, just something different. Like some of my DJ friends will play some like the edits and stuff. So that's all that was. Just a little like side project I did, if you will. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, VEGA. We appreciate you, bro. Is there anything else you want to touch on? Anything else you want to lead the people with?
Really random but serious note. You know what this month is?
My birthday month.
Wow.
My birthday's actually on Saturday. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, happy early birthday. What are you about to do for that?
We got like a little birthday dinner.
Okay, tight.
We're gonna be filming some skits, some stuff the next day with Bobby Blaze.
Awesome.
Yeah. We'll actually be in New York. We're going to New York next weekend.
Okay.
We're doing a pod in New York with.
Sick.
I guess I just said, but we're doing a pod with my boy Yasha Grubin.
Okay.
Did I tell you about this at Yorkies?
I think so. Yeah, you were.
So he's a videographer. Yeah. He's done a bunch of like cool ass videos. He like Uzi videos, Kalani, like industry shit.
Awesome.
But he's dropping some shoes with this girl. Him and this girl that used to work for Yeezy are dropping a shoe.
Wow.
In the shoe, they're introducing this new technology that I don't think is in shoes right now.
Really?
But basically, every time you step, it generates power. So it's gonna have like a plug on it or something. So when you step, that's what generates the power, and you can charge shit on it.
Yo.
And then we're doing that. We actually did a pod with him also last year in New York. We did it in the Bronx or Brooklyn, Kieran? I always forget. Brooklyn. We did a pod with him in Brooklyn on the street in the back of my dad's pickup truck.
Yo, what?
It was actually pretty crazy.
No, that's tight.
On that one, we touched on more his videography. Yeah. This one, we're talking about the shoes. So we're doing that, and we're doing a pod with DJ Clockwork.
Yo, wow! Yeah. I remember you talking. So I'm excited to hear that's.
But yeah, so sick. what is this month to you?
Just for everybody, and not on like a somber note, but I saw it was like Suicide Prevention Month. So
okay,
yeah, just look out for your homies, check on your homies. People don't speak up enough about that. Like it's a somber like topic that not enough people like.
It's a tricky topic to talk about like, for the person that's going through it, and like the person that's like receiving
anything. It's like it's definitely hard to like touch base on, but like it was so important. Like it's something that I always like every month. I'm like, I'm gonna use my platform. I'm gonna speak up and like say something I like never do. But I saw a post of like a DJ in Richmond. I didn't really know him personally, but like I read his. Wasn't like his farewell message, but it was something, and I was like, dang, it was like really beautiful to like read that. So, just in that sense, anybody that is going through
committed suicide?
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. But anybody that is going through like anything, make sure you reach out to a homie. Reach out to anybody, you can hit me up, hit your homies up, hit your mom up, hit somebody up, speak out. Super important for this stuff, bro.
Bro, yeah, you never know what somebody's going through. Yeah. We've had a couple people come up here and talk about like I'm kind of weirded out. Like even like with death and stuff, like I don't never know what to tell people.
You're just like
I'm very awkward when it comes to these conversations.
They're like talking about it and you're like, all right.
Like we've had like, I don't know if you guys want to watch it. We've had a great episode with Tyler Donovan. He spoke on that.
Yeah, no.
We had an episode recently, like a month or two ago with So Toxic. He spoke about that, dealing with that. But yeah, I don't know. Like I'm kind of very awkward when it comes to like talking about stuff like that.
No, it's so funny. Like when I said it, you were like, I don't know what to say. No, it's not even like that in that sense. I just think that, we all live in the age right now that everything is so accessible, so easy to like reach out and just be like, yo, what's up, man? Like, how are you? And like, Tyler's a homie, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll see him and I'll just be like, yo, how are you, bro? Like, are you doing okay? Like a little goes like a long way. You don't know like what may save somebody's life. So I will say that, like anybody you see that may be quiet off the grid a little bit, check in on them, just make sure they're good. You know what I mean?
For sure. And also like we live in an age where everybody's showcasing this perfect life online. Like you think it's like if you're going through something, you're like, damn, am I the only one going through shit? Everybody else's life looks so perfect. And that's like, I promise it's not. Everybody's dealing with their own shit.
No, everybody is I'm telling you, everybody is like in the mud right now. There's nobody that I know, regardless of what social media will show you, that is just like peachy keen good. And that is like the craziest reality that we live in. Is like it's so easy. You're only going to post your wins, you're never going to post your losses. And that's why I respect people that are transparent with themselves, like online, like somebody that is posting their L's, somebody that is like, I'm super down right now, like
my water just got cut off, I couldn't pay my water this month.
It shows humility, and it shows that you are a person, and like everybody is a human at the end of the day. So like I said, that is the one thing that I did. I made sure I was like, yo, there's so much stuff that's crazy to talk about. I was just like, yo, like always make sure there's somebody to reach out to, even if it's me and you don't even know me. Like I never want to see anybody like be down. Like I've been in a place where like I felt like super dark and low, and it's like super nice to be able to be like, yeah, no, like my head's like super level headed. Like this social media stuff, bro, is such a facade, bro. Like it is for everybody, like it's just like not real. So it's like, make sure that you take the time to yourself to take your brain to the gym, like that meditation said, like live with grace. And like I said earlier, just have fun no matter what. Like just have fun and everything will follow. So
hell yeah. Thank you, bro.
Oh my God. Thank you. I
appreciate it. If you guys are watching this, we appreciate you for tuning in. Catch VEGA spinning somewhere in the city, outside the city. He has a residency with Traptastic. They're still going crazy. We got Rod actually coming on the pod soon again. Right. But yeah, we'll see you guys soon. Peace.